at this time of year in the hen area, this is May, we've got lots of nettles. The nettles are really thriving here because the soil is high in nitrogen from the hen poo, and it's also quite acidic again from the hen poo, and the nettles really love that. They really thrive on that. Don't regard that as a problem, regard it as an opportunity, and it's an opportunity there to harvest the nettles, which you can see we've done along this little section here. We've just started to do that, and a little bit along this section here as well. And these nettles will turn into a liquid feed. And these particular nettles, you can see, are really massive for this time of year. If you go somewhere else and look at nettles at this time of year, you'll see they're a lot smaller, maybe half the size. And that's because these have got a high access to high levels of nitrogen, and the soil, as I say, is quite acidic. If we look in detail on the nettles as well, we'll see quite a lot of green fly and the little white dashes left over from the dead skins of the green fly as they molt and they grow in size. And attracting those in are ladybirds, of which there's one just there. And I've counted this morning about 20 ladybirds very quickly on these nettles. There's another one just there. And the ladybird larvae eat the green fly. They're drawn in by that, so all signs basically this is very high in nitrogen, this nettle. And so harvesting it, we've taken it from that area there and started taking it from this area along here as well. And what we do is we take the nettles and we bring them out here. And I'm just going to close the door a second, hold on. Don't want the hens coming out at the moment. And this is a rainwater barrel, and quite simply propped up on a couple of tyres to get it off the ground a bit, so we can use the tap. And inside you can see lots and lots of nettles have been squashed and put down into that space. And at the bottom of that barrel is just some bricks and a bit of chicken wire just to make sure the nettles don't clog up that tap. And at some point later this year we should have some nettle liquid. We'll add a little bit of rainwater into that barrel as we go. I've chosen this particular barrel because the lid of it, which I shall put on now, like so, if you can see, it's the way the rim is designed means that any rain that lands on top of that rim, the water from that rain will just go inside to the barrel. But I will add a little bit more water to it as we have availability of it. It's very dry here at the moment though. That's it basically for the rainwater, the nettle liquid harvesting system basically for our hen area. I'll tell you more about that later in the year. So I'll just say goodbye to our favourite massive cockerel at the moment. Look at that one, beauty.